never! Flynn! Flynn, stop it! Stop it! Oh, she's crazy.
Why?
I just walked into my cell and she
I know
grabbed me.
what happened, Kelly. I'm asking why. Take her outside, please, Mrs. Barry.
Yes, of course. Come along, Kelly.
Yeah, she's just lying there staring at the ceiling.
Oh, God, poor Nora.
How could I let it happen?
Well, haven't you done enough feeling guilty for one day? It's gonna turn out all right.
Oh, I've seen it dozens of times. Women moaning about wanting to get out, and just before their parole, bingo, they go and stuff it up. Sign of weakness, I reckon. Can't handle being in the big wide world.
Fat lot you'd know about the big wide world. You've only seen it for 5 minutes.
Oh, look who's talking.
Why are you always having a go at everyone? You know, you reckon you're the top dog, but you never do nothing for us.
Here, here.
What do you know? If the pea-brain hasn't got a backbone after all.
She's also got a point.
Yeah. Hey, what about Julie? Her mum's dying in the hospital and the flaming screws won't even let her out to go and see her. What are you going to do about that, huh?
Well,
Get got your tongue.
Jules will get all the help she needs. As soon as she pays her insurance. Which reminds me. You haven't paid up yet, Squirt. Where is it?
Don't worry, it's coming.
Anyone else got any complaints? It's the beauty parlour, is it? Where do you make an appointment?
We're closed.
Not around here, you're not.
That's Nora's. Put it down.
I hear you've forgotten something.
Yeah? Like what?
Like your insurance money? Oh, I'd hate to see that pretty face of yours get all mucked up. Don't reckon too many of your customers will get off on scars.
You're a bit late, aren't you? I'll get out of here tomorrow. What do I need with insurance?
Tomorrow's a long way away, Marshall. Don't kid yourself.
You're more stupid than I thought. You can't afford to risk any more strife. Not after that bout with Nora.
I can handle her.
Good, because you might have to. The way I see it, she's not going to stop until she gets you. It's a pity for you she buggered up a chance of parole. She would have been out of here tomorrow. Out of your hair. Got Buckley's now. Still, like you say, you can handle her, can't you?
Now, as you know, ladies, thank you. Now, as you know, we are here and we're going to start off today with a subject relevant to your situation. And you are to decide what the topic is. Now, has anybody got any ideas?
Yeah? Whether Pringle's a better lover than he is a cook.
It's quite enough, Kelly. We want a serious topic, thank you.
Mrs. Barry, we want to discuss society's attitude to the ex-convict.
Oh, now that is an excellent topic. Now, what do you think society's attitude is?
Tell you this time next week, girls.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
lots of luck.
most of the time they treat you like you're something out of a freak show.
Yeah, well, you can't blame them in your case, Graham.
You mean like that Boris Karloff fella? Well, Mrs. Barry, it's not easy to try and get a job when they look at you as though you're some kind of a leper or something.
Well, why is this, do you think?
I don't know.
Because they reckon that they're better than you are, that's why.
Oh, look who's talking. No, it's not that.
Now, please, everyone, be quiet. What was that, dear?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, now, come on. I'm sure we all want to hear what you've got to say.
Look, why are we talking about this anyway? You don't care less what happens to us on the outside.
Of course I
Now, look,
do.
Lexi, it won't do any harm if we discuss it.
There's not much point, Annie Mae.
At least we could try. I mean...
Oh, please, everybody, now come on. Kelly, Kelly, what on earth are you doing?
Well, the whole thing's such a joke, I thought I'd turn it into a musical comedy.
Oh, yeah, come on, Mrs. B. How about you give us a tap dancing lesson? That's more up
No,
your street.
no, Lexi, we're not here to tap dance.
Oh, yeah, have you heard about Fred Astaire and Joyce
We
and
are
Ross?
here for a serious...
Come on, we want tap!
Oh,
We want tap! We want tap!
Come on, Miss
We want tap!
Kelly wants to
See, the Governor says it's urgent.
Not now.
I've got to. What is it, Miss Ferguson? I've got to talk to the parole board. It's about Nora.
That's enough, Kelly. Sorry about the disruption, ladies and gentlemen.
Who is this woman?
Louise Kelly, the prisoner Flynn attacked last night.
Well, this is highly irregular.
Might clear things up, though. Miss Ferguson?
You come to hammer the final nails in, Kelly?
Well, that's just it. It wasn't her fault. Well, I mean, she jumped me all right, but it was me that made her lose the kid. I didn't mean to. It just sort of got out of hand and, well, I hit her.
Well, look, we're considering Flynn's actions, not yours.
Yeah, well, I know that, but I don't blame her for having a go. I don't reckon she ought to lose her parole because of it.
Done it?
Because she wanted to get Nora out of the way. What else?
Oh, yeah, of course. It frightened me the way Nora kept looking at Lou all the time.
Couldn't get a word out of her either.
Do you think there's going to be more trouble between them?
Yeah, fasten your seatbelts, kiddo.
Why does Lou have to make it so hard for everyone?
I'd watch who you were talking about behind their backs if I was you.
And if I was you, I'd be freaking the mood Nora's in.
Don't bet on it, moron.
Oh, the arrogance of the woman after all that's happened.
And where do you think you're going?
Well, if you must know, I'm going to do May's hair tonight and I have to get some rollers. Excuse me.
When I'm finished. Now, I'm running this joint, so you can forget about Flynn. All right? She'll be paying her insurance just like the rest of you. Your insurance, you mean?
Oh, rack off. How do you know I'm not getting out of here? Longer I don't hit, better me odds are, I reckon.
Word is you blew it. Couldn't hack the thought of being away from us.
Yeah, well, I'm not paying up till I know for sure.
Like hell. You know what happens to Welsh's, Patterson? Huh?
Get your hands off her, Kelly.
Says who?
Let her go.
Oh, bitch!
What are you getting so stroppy about? Tried to get you off, didn't I? I got myself in the poo because of it. I wasn't going to hurt her or nothing.
Oh, like hell you won't!
I'm taking over the press. Now move.
Suit yourself. I was getting sick of it anyway. Steam's bad for me hands.
Then start folding. Since when did you plan on being a clever little secretary?
Since it got me away from the crud in here.
Watch it, moron.
Look, if I were you, I'd watch it. I might sick my top dog onto you.
Oh, that's enough, Lexi.
Whatever you say, boss.
Is it all right, Nora, if we go to the typing?
Yeah, of course it is. You're never too old to learn.
Don't know why she bothers. She only types with one finger, and that's the one she used to pick her nose.
Not going to the class, Kelly?
I like it right here. Bitch. An overgrown chicken. She can't take on the three of us. She's Nora Flynn, not Errol.
She doesn't have to, Lou. She's got all the women behind her. They want her for top dog.
Look, all we've got to do is fix Collins and Flynn, and the rest of them will fall down like knickers with broken elastic. Well, come on, what do you say?
I say never underestimate the strength of elastic, Kelly.
Reckon I couldn't take you if I wanted?
Oh, you got the build. Solid muscle from the neck up.
Why don't you go play tiddlywinks with your crawling mates?
Because we have to settle what's between us, that's why.
You want to fight? You'll get it. Hey, girls?
Maybe we can settle another way. Like making today a fresh start for all of us.
How do you mean?
I mean a truce. We all start off clean. No grudges, no vendettas, no hate sessions.
And nobody gets into any strife?
Not for what's already happened, no. Stay out of trouble from now on and we'll all have peace.
Sounds all right to me.
Truce? She's asking for bloody unconditional surrender.
If that's how you want to read it, I'm just trying to find a way we can all survive this hole together.
And what if I tell you to rack off?
Oh, wait a mo, we've got to...
Supposing I say, stuff your truce, lady, this is war. What then?
You've got a short memory, Kelly. You know what happens then.
I told you. It looks very nice. Sophisticated, even.
Yeah, well, it reminds me of that Princess Elizabeth. You know, the one that married that duke?
She's a queen now, Ettie.
How is she? When did that happen?
Blue rinse need to be perfect, I reckon.
It's perfect as it is.
Well, it would have been if you hadn't curled it so tightly. I mean, it feels like straw.
I reckon it looks real posh.
She's never satisfied, that's her trouble.
Look, why don't you stop admiring her hair and give me a hand here? I'm bored out of my brain.
If you're bored, why don't you swap jobs with someone else?
Oh, sure, you do the folding and I'll take the press.
If you like.
You're kidding. May I have a go on the press?
It's not my press. You finish the folding first, then you can have a go.
Unreal, eh?
Young troll work the press. What's she thinking of?
I'm not sure.
Hey, can I have a go? I'll be real careful.
Of course you can.
Then me. I've been waiting 40 years to work one of those things.
Like I said, it's not mine. Anyone can have a go. Anyone who's earned it.
Okay, finished.
Fine, now just ease it down. You need plenty of pressure on the hand.
Piece of cake, eh?
Right?
Yep. This is ace.
Hope you know what you're doing.
I think so.
Only the top dog works the press, Nora, you know that.
May, I am the top dog. The women know that. I don't need any symbols to prove it. Don't see too many long faces, do you?
What you talking about? What object?
Oh, don't give me that, Kelly. If you didn't take it, why are you so upset?
Oh, come off it. You barge in here and heavy me about something I'm supposed to have taken. What am I supposed to do? Is this going to be the go from now on, is it? Every time something goes missing, I'm going to get the blame for it. Is that it? All right, then. Why don't you give me a clue as to what this mysterious object is? Maybe I can help you find it.
You'll keep.
G'day.
You want something?
Yeah. Thought I'd catch you before that class we're having this morning.
That's a turn up. Thought you and Deacon weren't having nothing to do with me after the little pep talk from Her Majesty.
Nora's okay. Different than having Desmond down on you all the time.
So what do you want?
This thing Nora's after must be important, eh?
Who knows? I'm not losing any sleep over it.
I thought we'd be able to have a go at finding it.
You've got less brains than I thought. How are you going to find something when you don't even know what it is you're looking for?
I'll be able to tell by seeing it. It's got to be something she wants back pretty bad. Or some sort of escape plan, maybe.
Sure. And what are you going to do when you find it? Hand it to her on a plate, I suppose.
Well, yeah. Can't hurt staying in her good books.
I tell you what, Lurch. You want to suck up to her? You do it on your own, eh?
Not going to class?
Waste of bloody time.
Yes, I know what you mean. Sometimes it's better to work with one's hands than one's brain. To tell you the truth, I'm looking for some extra business. If there's something worth trading, that is.
I lost my buy-up, remember?
Must have something. Everyone has.
Might have.
Well?
Got some rosary beads I nicked from the Flying Nun.
Oh, a religious item. Well, should be worth something to the right person, I suppose. You sure there's nothing more valuable to trade?
How come you're suddenly so keen to drum up business anyway?
Oh, no reason. Actually, I am looking for a particular item.
Such as?
Well, if I tell you, you'll have the advantage over me, won't you? You might inflate the price.
You're making about as much sense as Graham on a good day. Now, why don't you just bugger off?
I'm prepared to offer you a great deal. 12 cigarettes on top of the remaining items from Queenie's parcel.
That heap of junk.
Something might be, but the rest of it's all right.
Forget it.
And $20 on the top. 40.
We're talking bucks now, are we?
50 in cash, then.
250.
250? But it probably hasn't even got bullets in it.
So it's a gun we're after? No wonder Flynn's so edgy.
I didn't mention a gun. I didn't say anything
You didn't
about
have
it.
to.
How long does it take you to empty a skip?
Oh,
As long as it takes to find out there's a gun in the joint. Right, Flynn?
Can't see you finding any dirty sheets in there, Patterson.
Just checking, Miss Ferguson.
Just checking what? That you haven't missed anything worth ripping off?
Oh, no, you got it wrong.
I don't think so. I wonder what your mates will say when they find out that you've been stealing from your own kind. Better get someone more trustworthy to do the pickup, Flynn. Just caught this one going through Jenkins' locker.
Aye?
But then since you lot have been so responsible lately, perhaps you could deal with it yourselves. I shouldn't be back for at least half an hour.
What do you think you're doing, Patterson? Don't be a fool. That's just what the freak wants us to do. Fight amongst ourselves.
Yeah, well, this is different.
Well, we're not solving problems with a bashing, all right? Why don't the rest of you get back to work while I talk to Lexi?
Oh, come off it. I want at least have me say.
Oh,
even
go, jump, beanpole!
We're getting nowhere fast with you two. Squabbling like school kids.
Well, I don't like me mates ripping me off.
That's assuming she was. Well?
I'll get nicked. It's just on me rounds like normal. Freak's picking on me, that's all.
Sure you're telling the truth? You sure you weren't after something else, like a gun, for instance?
Just told you, didn't I?
Unlikely story, I must say.
That gun could be dangerous, Lexi.
Very dangerous.
Especially if it's got bullets. They might be corroded.
Oh, all right, I was looking for it. Now lay off my back, all of you.
It's like you're losing your grip, Flynn. The loyal little followers are starting to panic.
As usual, Madam here couldn't keep a secret.
Got a right to know, I reckon. Last time I do you a favour, May Collins.
All right. No one's happy about it except whoever's got it, maybe. The sooner we find it, the sooner the rest of us can relax. And since no one's come forward, we're just going to have to search for it.
What do you mean?
We'll do our own cell search.
Oh, no bloody way.
You mean like the Screws do?
Same rules. People whose cells are being searched get to be present while the search is being made.
How about mine? Been searched already, hasn't it? Probably stripped too.
Lay off, I didn't nick nothing.
Sounds to me like we've got a top dog playing screw.
Shouldn't worry if you've got nothing to hide. I'm all for it.
I'll go along with anything to help prevent that gun falling into the wrong hands.
Yeah, me too.
What about you?
Yeah, okay.
That just leaves you, Kelly.
So search. No skin off my nose.
Now we got that worked out, I'm going to the dunny.
Not on your own, you're not.
Aye?
Nobody goes anywhere unaccompanied until the search is over, including you.
Doesn't a girl get to do it on her own anymore?
I'm not about to give anyone the chance to move that gun. Mind playing escort?
Not at all. Come on, Alice.
Easy enough for them to pull the place apart. It's us that's got to put it back together again.
Yeah. Word is they didn't even find it.
I could have told you that before they even started. It's just Flynn's idea of throwing her weight around.
At least she's doing something, Lou.
Yeah, well, if you ask me, it's that Patterson bitch who's got it.
Hey? The freak sprung her doing me dorm over looking for it.
Who said she was looking for it? Might have been trying to find a place to stash it.
That'd be stupid, even for her.
Yeah, well, Flynn's getting us nowhere fast, isn't she? Some top dog, doing the Screws' work for him.
Quit moaning, will you? Like I said, at least she's doing something.
You're turning into a real goody two-shoes, you are. Well, I'm not sucking up to her, no way. I got myself to look after.
No one's heavy on you.
There's a gun on the loose, stupid. And who do you reckon's first in line?
I don't know. Things have quietened down since Nora took over.
There's people in here with long memories, Lurch. Not even your mate Flynn can do nothing about that.
Maybe she could give you protection or something.
I'm not sucking up her bum like the rest of you. You got her all to yourself. I wouldn't be surprised if she's got the gun herself. Perfect cover. Accusing everyone else of having it.
solitary.
Yeah, getting to be a regular heavy, aren't you?
Except the poor girl hasn't been through enough.
Geez, you can be a downer sometimes.
Put you through the horrors of solitary, I'll never know.
I'm sure he killed Nana. Just to get her money.
Both he and Aunt Harriet.
The question is how to prove it while you're in here and they're out there.
There has to be a way. I'm determined to find it.
Well, let's hope that Howie can do the trick.
Howie?
Howard Simmons, this lawyer I put you on to.
Well, look who's back from the slammer. You better curb that temper of yours or you'll wind up in prison.
Very funny.
We can do without that.
Thought the top dog would have enough on her plate. Like trying to find that bit of hardware before someone gets their head blown off. Right, girls?
Yeah. It's being seen to.
You panicking everyone isn't helping matters.
Someone in this rat hole's got a gun. Why shouldn't we panic?
We'll find it.
Maybe it's Lex. Or Daffy Duck over there. I mean, she's the one that bought it in the first place. Probably tried to pinch it back again.
Wish I'd never found it. I don't want no one getting hurt.
Don't you let her get to you, love.
She's right, that. If anybody gets shot, it's going to be my fault.
Yeah, and they'll never let you out in the garden again, that's for sure.
Drop it.
Diddums. Top dog will fix it. Well, that's assuming that there's anyone left after the shooting starts.
Didn't have this?
Yeah. But I have. All right?
Well, shouldn't give it back. One of the screws might see it.
No way, Dumbo. Best favour you ever did me finding this. I'm not about to lose it again. Not after I did such a good job convincing Flynn I didn't have it.
But you can't go keeping it.
I'm getting out of here with this. But I've got to wait till morning because I've got a few scores to settle first.
Well, what if somebody gets hurt?
There's no fooling you, is there? Maybe you can figure this out. If you don't keep your trap shut, you're going to be one of them. Now you just stay in here or you get the first bullet. Got it?
No, Prince the rock star.
Oh, who the new Frank Sinatra?
Come on, let's talk and more movement, you lot.
How's Julie holding out?
Oh, right. Called all last night. Guess she's getting used to her mum carking her.
You've no feelings.
Morning, Mrs. Morris.
Goodness, you look awful, Mrs. Morris.
Smooth the showers, will you?
Now who's being insensitive?
Come on, you two, get a move on.
Who's got the gun? She's going to use it.
Oh, no. Make it a diversion. Anything. Just get the screws out of it.
I can't stay the little road.
And he Ellie?
Telling Gallier not to be so frightened of Uncle Mousy.
Yeah, it's amazing who gets freaked out by the slightest things.
Move along, Kelly. The rest of you, hurry up, will you? Here. Swap towels with me.
Oh, g'day. Hope I didn't wake you when I left this morning.
Slept like a log. It's a very quiet neighbourhood.
Yeah. Listen, do you want a cup of coffee before you start work?
It must be my turn to make you one.
Oh, well, I won't say no. I've just had Beecham in hysterics again. She's a complete idiot, if you ask me.
By the way, I've organised with a friend to bring a few more things over after work.
Oh, good.
I suppose I better phone a few of my mates, too, and tell them I've moved in with you.
Morning, Terry. Miss Ferguson.
Hey, Joyce.
Did I hear you say you two had moved in together into Miss Ferguson's house, I mean?
Yes.
Oh, that's marvellous. Must be the season for it. Staff all sharing the same house together?
Frankly, I don't see that it's any of your business.
It was only ask.
Yeah, so that you can turn it into the usual garbage that you and your gossipy mates feed on. Oh, this is typical, isn't it? I mean, I help one of my colleagues out, and what happens? I get stabbed in the back.
There's no need to get so angry about it. I'm sure she didn't mean it that way.
I certainly did not. And if you don't want your private life discussed at work, I suggest you don't talk about it here. Excuse me.
It's loaded, all right. Kelly could have done a hell of a lot of damage.
Poor Daffy stuck in the dorm all night with her.
And any idea who she was after?
Well, I wouldn't call myself one of her best friends.
It's more likely Miss Ferguson, who's always boasting how she's going to fix her.
Point is, we've got to dump this damn thing fast.
Couldn't we just hide it somewhere till we work out the best thing to do?
No, we can't risk Kelly getting her hands on it again.
Can't tell Reynolds either. Better get Daphne into trouble for not reporting it.
We've got to do something quick. I mean, the last thing we want is a screw finding you with it.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Daffy, you going to join us?
We've been waiting for you, Daff.
No, oh no, I think I'll just...
Come on, love, we saved the place special.
All right, Lone Bro. What have you done with it?
Here, got this a minute.
Who's got it then?
Oh, I haven't seen it. It's in the showers.
After something, Kelly.
Yeah, in private property.
Why don't you ask one of the screws if it's been handed in?
Maybe I'll do just that. Tell them there's a gun on the loose, and you're looking after it.
Go ahead. But we know what we do to laggers. This time you might end up copping a bullet instead of a bashing.
Oh, come on, ladies, get yourselves organised.
Did you want to ask Mrs. Barry something? Needs mending.
When I'm ready. You did for something.
Jenny, keep knit. Council's in session, ladies.
What is this?
Putting women's lives in danger. We reckon you ought to be punished for it.
Oh, yeah? Who's we?
The council?
Oh, come off it. Where's Lurch? I thought she was on your precious council.
We've got a quorum, we don't need her.
What's this quorum they're talking about, Einstein?
Oh, it's when you
Look
got
it
enough.
up later. We all agreed that the punishment should be the same as what the screws would give out for the same thing.
Playing governor now, are you?
I count my blessings we're being so bloody fair.
I say her buy-ups be taken from her and given to others who've lost theirs. Second, we can't put her in solitary, but she can be sent to Coventry for 24... No, make that 48 hours. All those in favour?
Oh, look at yourselves. Bloody Mothers Club would have more clout than you lot.
The decision's been made.
Anyone touches my buy-up, and I'll knock their head off. Now, rack off. I just told you what I think of your council.
This is no Mother's Club, Kelly. You force us to play rough, we will.
Got a minute?
How long have you been there?
I just got here. What's crawling on you?
Yeah, well, you can just bugger off again, OK?
Oh, come on. I saw how those nerds treated you.
Oh, and you thought you'd get a piece of the action, eh?
No way. I reckon Daffy's a pain too. I don't know. I've got to share with her.
So you agree with me? Oh, terrifically. That's really taken a load off my mind. Now, bugger off, will you?
Listen, all I want to do is talk a deal through with you.
Why? How come I'm flavour of the month all of a sudden?
Oh, so I reckon we're pretty much the same.
Oh, first the freak, now you. If this keeps up, I might slip my wrists.
Well, you know, we know how to look after ourselves. Make $1.
So?
So why don't we team up? Get some rackets going. We could clean up in a month.
Oh, look, in a month I'll be... Just rack off, will you?
Well, the least we could do is talk about it.
Oh, not to me, you don't. You've been sent to Coventry, remember? You want to front up to the council again?
You just made a bad mistake, Patterson.
Oh, yeah, I'm real worried.
Oh, wonder you haven't got all your mates in here holding your hand. Come on, the jug's boiling. Make the bloody coffee. You make one for me, too. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't have coffee at night, do you? AM coffee and PM tea.
What's
What's wrong? What happened?
All of you get back to yourself.
Well, what's the matter with Daphne?
She's scalded her, hun. Everything's under control.
What happened?
She poured bottled water all over herself. Come on, but it wasn't me. I was the one that called for help.
Daphne, you've got to let Mrs. Flattery get you to Sister Hall. Now, come on, love. Daphne. What's wrong? What happened?
All of you get back to yourself.
Well, what's the matter with Daphne?
She's scalded her, hun. Everything's under control.
What happened?
She poured bottled water all over herself. Come on, but it wasn't me. I was the one that called for help.
Daphne, you've got to let Mrs. Flattery get you to Sister Hall. Now, come on, love. Daphne.
Willie's just told Reno that I chased her down the corridor with a meat cleaver or something. She's cracked.
Willie?
I've taken her to the infirmary for something to calm her down.
You look like you need something yourself.
I just brought the old Willie back.
Hey, come on, love.
I know she's a damn nuisance most of the time. Doesn't mean I don't care about her.
Oh, we all do.
But she thinks we all want to kill her. She's terrified of us.
It'd be awful if they released her before she knew that we're really her friends.
Yeah, well, you're a pretty mean bunch. You've always got me shaking in my shoes. No wonder she's scared. Poor Willie.
Don't you even mention her name. You're no friend of hers.
Yeah? Well, I reckon she sees it different.
Hey, don't bother.
Maybe it'd be better if they did let Willie out with people like her around.
But how do we go about it?
Well, that's what I've been checking on. Now, you have a look and see what you think, Nora. Down the bottom, number 14. Now, it says that if we can prove that Willie can't remember the crime she committed, then they can't keep her locked up. Well, what do you think?
I think you've hit the nail right on the head, Julie. Willie needs to be told about this.
So what's the story? I've decided Flynn's not going to get in our way. We're going to set up business right under her nose.
No, without support, we go nowhere.
You got any alternatives?
Maybe.
Well, spit 'em out. I can't stay in here all morning.
We do it right out in the open.
What?
We get council approval.
Talk sense.
Look, we make a few helpful suggestions for a bit of entertainment. They'd be in anything to relieve the boredom. We get the go-ahead to set up something like the numbers racket, OK? All above board. What we do is sell 30 tickets, only we sell the first 15 twice and only draw from 16 onwards.
I got caught out for that the last time, remember? What happens when people start comparing tickets?
You just got to be careful who you sell them to, that's all. We sell the first lot, say, here, and palm the second lot off somewhere where our slot never bothered to go, like maternity.
Maybe it might work.
Of course it would. We could even be fair about it. Those who dip out this time could get a look in on the second go. You reckon it'd work? Oh, once we've got council approval, there's no stopping.
About Willie, Auntie May, I'm sure she didn't believe us this morning.
At least she talked to you. She still thinks I'm trying to kill her or something.
Yeah, well, leave her alone. She'll come around in her own good time.
I wouldn't mind a bump on the head myself if it'd get me out of here.
Are they serious, Louise? Could I really get out of this place?
Dunno for sure, but it sounds
Leave
great.
her
don't
alone,
it?
Kelly.
I'm just talking to me, mate. Any objections?
Please believe us, Willie. You could get out if you can't remember what you did.
It's worth a try, love. It's no good pushing her. She can make up her own mind.
Do you think it's worth a try?
Sure. I mean, they're not just going to open the gates and let you out. They'll drive you mad with questions, but what do you got to lose?
Nothing, I suppose.
You're a real pal, Kelly. It's a wonder more of us aren't so fond of you.
Oh, look at that! Isn't it lovely? What's it for?
You just keep your greedy hands off. It's for today's class.
Class? What are you talking about?
Thought you got your memory back.
I have. It doesn't mean I know everything.
It's the craft classes Mrs. Reynolds organised.
Well, I didn't think it was cookery, dear.
What do we use them for? Screen printing and graphic design.
What the hell's that?
Making posters, that sort of thing. It's all on the notice board for those that can read.
Yeah, well, it sounds like one of Reynolds' wanks to me.
Who's the teacher?
Look, dear, I don't know everything.
Don't you start.
I just said I
It's what
don't
you
know
meant,
everything.
not what you
Willie.
said.
Had a word to Nora today about the numbers gun.
Yeah, what'd she say?
Seemed to like the idea. Got to put it to the rest of them at the next council meeting.
You reckon you can pull it off?
No worries.
Oh, bloody hell. They've been cutting things out of the paper again.
I don't know why they bother. We see most of it on the telly anyway.
Maybe it was Graham. She's been nicking everything else around here lately.
Oh, yeah, well, it's wrecked the funnies on the other side.
Where is Lame Brain anyhow?
Yeah, too chicken to cop what's coming to her, that's where.
It's up to the council to punish her, not you.
Yeah, well, I reckon we ought to have a say. It was our stuff got pinched.
She couldn't really help it, though, could she?
Doesn't matter. She did it. That's what counts.
Yeah, and the council better make sure they don't go playing favourites.
May suggested we ask, yes?
I seem to remember you coming to me about it.
But it was you who actually said we should.
Well, perhaps it's not such a bloody good idea.
Shut up for once!
Oh, well, look who's here.
About time you faced up to the music, Dumbo.
Cut it out, Lexi. Sort it out later.
We'll sort her out all right.
Look, I'm real sorry, everybody. I just didn't know what I was doing, that's all.
You have a lot to answer for, dear, including my amnesia.
Willie, I told you we'll sort it out later.
Okay, everyone, settle down. Come on. This is your instructor for today's class, Pippa Reynolds.
Thanks, Terry. Well, thank you all for coming. It's encouraging to see
Had any
so
trouble
many of
crossing
you.
the tracks, did you?
Yeah, I once knew a governor called Reynolds. You may as well know Mrs. Reynolds is my mother. Nepotism, eh?
She certainly has breeding.
Hey, where'd you get your fancy clobber? Timbuktu.
London, actually.
Hey, London! Come on, let's keep it down.
I can handle things on my own, please.
Oh.
Please be quiet! Hello, Jenny. Glad to see you're able to come along.
Hello, Pippa. Do you know her?
Yes, we're all friends.
May as well meet the rest of us before we start. I'm Nora Flynn.
Nora?
Stephanie Graham.
Oh, Daphne, look, I hope what I said in the papers didn't upset you.
In the papers?
Yes, about your PMS case.
Sorry, what was that? We haven't seen the papers this morning.
I've got one here, actually. There you go.
Hey, no wonder they bloody cut it out.
You know what you've done to Daphne, don't you?
You stupid bitch.
Anything about Daffy?
Nothing.
That's a relief.
Poor kid. She's really freaked out, isn't she?
It's that bloody Pippa bird. She wouldn't give a stuff about anyone in here.
She's really very nice when you get to know her.
Who wants to know her?
Yeah, or go to her classes.
Different style to her mum, that's for sure.
I reckon it's a put-up job.
Meaning?
Suppose Reynolds has really got it in for Daffy, only she doesn't want to admit it. So she gets her daughter to do the talking for her, even gets her to give classes to rub it in. Give Daffy a hard time.
I doubt it.
Gee, you've got a great imagination, Lexi.
Makes sense to me.
Mrs. Reynolds has always been real nice to me.
It's all right, Daphne. Lexi's only mucking about, aren't you, Lexi?
Whatever you say, boss.
All my merchandise has gone. Every bit of it. I've been cleaned out.
Come on, Willie, you gave it all away, love.
Me? Give things away? That's preposterous.
You got a dozen people witnessed it.
Yeah, happened when you were off with the fairies.
But it couldn't be. Just a minute, I recognise that bracelet. I traded it with Kate for 3 ciggies and some leftover wool from May.
Oh, so that's where it got to.
But you said, oh, we could have whatever we wanted.
Well, I want it back now. Everything.
You're a bit late, Weeper. I used that face stuff last night. Come up real well, too. Look.
Well, I expect compensation. Your next buy-up, for instance.
Oh, don't overstep the mark, man.
You are.
Some areas, very few areas, I should hasten to add, in Melbourne, where neighbours do this, it works rather successfully.
Oh, Patterson. Your shot, is it?
Yeah, she's got me snooker behind the black ball.
Oh. May I? Let's try it off the cushion.
Well, that was real good.
Oh, a bit out of practice, I'm afraid. Well, carry on. And keep the noise down a bit, will you, ladies? Thank you.
What the hell's got into her?
She must have gone soft. Now she's on with Malone.
Bloody hell, the freak's gone gaga.
Don't like Malone's taste, but she certainly worked a miracle.
Well, Miss Ferguson might be going soft, but I'm not. I want my goods back.
Oh, don't chase yourself. You gave it all to us.
Here you are, Willie. You can have your bracelet back.
Oh, it's good to see someone's still got a sense of decency. Now, who's next?
You wouldn't be carrying on like this if you knew what you'd really thrown out the window.
You mean there was something more valuable?
Yeah. Lost it when you got your memory back.
I think she means you could be let out if you lost your memory permanently.
Is this right?
Yeah. Now you're stuck in here. Tough.
She gone to the toot. How'd you go?
Council bought it. Only we got to settle for $250 and they'll be watching us. I'll cop it if anything goes wrong.
Oh, I wouldn't let them worry you too much. We've got insurance.
Meaning?
The freak. Any trouble, she fixes it. Or we spill the beans about her and Malone.
Yeah!
To Slats. Reckons there's a whole bunch of protesters at the main gate. All this PMS stuff.
You're getting famous, love.
It's not going to hurt me case, is it?
We know who to blame if it does. Do you know, I'm beginning to wonder if she really is Mrs. Reynolds' daughter after all.
Yeah, chip off the old block if you ask me. Bad as each other.
I've got a feeling her class sizes are about to shrink drastically.
Yeah, I've had second thoughts myself.
Oh, Graham. Look, I'm afraid you won't be able to go outside today.
But Miss Ferguson, me plans, don't miss me.
Has this got anything to do with them demonstrators? I heard a whisper.
Yes, Jenkins, those whispers are correct, I'm afraid. Righto, ladies, line up, please.
Hey, you two going to take tickets in the game? Everyone else is.
Yeah, I think I will. Jen?
No, thanks, Lex. Oh, come on, you stand a chance of winning $10. Won't stop you thinking about that hotshot lawyer of yours.
May I have your attention, please? The new printing press is arriving today, and I'd like some volunteers to help install it.
Oh, I'll be in it. Changes as good as a holiday.
Oh, me too.
Well, count us in, Mrs. M.
A Beecham?
Fine.
Right, well, I'll need 2 more.
What about you, Kelly?
Forget it.
I'll give it a go, Mrs. M. Do you want a Jen?
Well, yes.
If you like.
An extra hand here if you need it.
No, I have enough now, thanks.
Have you got an instruction manual?
Oh, yeah, who's going to teach us how to use it? I am. After I've been shown myself.
Quieten down, please. Now, if that's all, Mrs. Morris, I'll get on with the head count.
Fine.
OK. Nice straight line, please, ladies. Come along.
Got rid of most of me Brummy numbers up in maternity. How'd you go?
Yeah, spread them through the kitchen and workshop. Lapped them up just like we thought.
Yeah, too bad their chances of going up in smoke, eh?
What are you doing?
What does it look like? I'm burning them.
But I thought you said you were going to flush them down the took. What if Chook or someone walks in?
Stop panicking. They're in the rec room. I saw them on the way here.
Look, you're going to blow it before we've even got started. They'll smell the smoke in bloody Darwin.
Yeah, but they won't have no evidence, will they?
Oh, hell, Lou. Now flush the rest of them like you were gonna.
Suit yourself.
Look, and you make sure those who got the dud numbers this time get the good ones next time. I want them all to get a crack at winning their money back.
What's the difference? A con's a con.
Look, we can at least do it fair and square and give them all a chance to win their money back.
You got a screw loose or something?
No, I just don't like cheating people, OK? This way the odds even out.
Listen to it. It's got a conscience. Look, you call it whatever makes you happy. I'm calling it a con, and I'm going to make bloody sure I get rich out of it.
Hey, I've been wondering, would it be all right if I swap me numbers ticket for another one?
What for?
Well, see, I've got number 19, but number 3's me lucky number, so I'd like to swap the 19 for a 3.
Oh, take it from me, you wouldn't want to do that. 19's a lot luckier than 3.
Oh, not for me. See, it's in my horoscope. I've got to have number 3. It's me lucky number.
It's too late. It's been sold.
Who to?
Hayes.
Make up your minds. Who was it?
Hayes.
Bonnie. Yeah, it was Hayes.
Well, yeah, you see what happened is they both wanted it. Must be everyone's lucky number or something. So we sold to Bonnie and then she swapped it with Hayes. You can check if you like, if they're all up in maternity.
Funny thing, that.
I'll get the butts from a cell, OK?
No bother. You wouldn't be silly enough to try and rig anything. You know what would happen to you if you got caught.
Of course.
Looks like you'll have to stick with number 19, love. Maybe it'll turn out lucky for you.
Yeah.
That was my dear old mum's lucky number too. Always worked for her.
There's the bell for the craft class, ladies. Anyone who's interested, better get going.
Oh, I wouldn't waste my time.
Yeah, let the jumped-up little bitch go teach herself, eh?
I think I might go now, if that's OK.
Sure.
After what she did to you?
She said she was sorry. It's just them papers. They're always exaggerating.
More loopy than I thought.
That's enough. No one's stopping if you want to go, love.
Not bad if I do say so myself, eh?
What about that stupid bitch Graham? She nearly blew the whole thing.
Look, if you hadn't been so quick to jump in, it would never have happened. Next time, let me do the talking, OK?
Well, how about you start doing this and dish out me dough?
Later. First, I've got to rake off the prize money and the council share.
Now?
Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8...
Counting our blessings, are we? Now, you two know better than to be carrying money. It's a chargeable offence. You could wind up in the pound.
Oh, we was just looking after it, you know, for someone else.
Yeah.
How nice of you. Hand it over.
No. No, I don't reckon we will.
You either hand it over to me or to the governor. Either way, you're in a heap of trouble.
Well, won't be the only one. Not after she hears about you and Malone.
And what's that supposed to mean?
We heard you and her were real friendly. And I don't just mean mates.
Yeah, I wonder what your precious department will say when they find out. Might be a couple of new jobs going, eh, Lex?
Yeah, too right.
Real pretty sight, wasn't it?